So, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I know that many of you are sound asleep and that you are enjoying your dreams because on the East Coast it is probably about 5:30 in the morning, and on the West Coast it would be about 2 o'clock at night. But right now I am in Sweden. So, so I guess you better try this with me if you want to be with me during the lunch. Anyway, what I'm about to show you, it is Sweden, it is Malmö, and some of the new stuff that gets built. Well, first of all, it's this view. It's not going to be here for very long. And why? Well, the reason is that this beautiful view is about to get built over, as you can see. Uh, it's absolutely amazing how fast and how rapidly they build things like that. They come over, they do this, and maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks, and then in just a month or so there will be entire block of new buildings. So they take very long time to make all kinds of projects, to plan the architecture. They do it really long, but once they start, oh my god, does this go fast. It really works good. So this is, as you probably know, a building of turning torso right there, right now. And the thing that you're seeing on the side, it is a hotel. And I think it's really sort of cool. It's really cool because it has all of this sort of ivy on it, and that ivy, it goes from red to green, partially yellow, and it's really nice. You wouldn't even assume that it's a hotel actually, but it is. And it's sort of so simple and yet so cool. I think this is like one of the best things about Malmo in general and about Scandinavia, that they take like the simplest, silliest things, like a bunch of concrete and a little bit of ivy, and turn it into something nice. I'm truly impressed with that. And as you can see, it sort of mirrors the sea theme, because as you can see, the windows, the windows on this building, they are often sort of rounded, the same way you would expect, for example, a cabin, a sea cabin to be. And also there are lots and lots of flowers, and like I said, all kinds of ivy, and they put so much emphasis on this sort of sliding. As you can see, the balcony is sort of sliding and creating very nice feeling of moisture. Also, those doors, look at those doors, you literally step out on the street. And I think it's so cool. And like I said before, many times, Scandinavians, they are, and especially the people in South Sweden and people in Denmark, they're basically hobbits. And I have told you many times that Swedes and Danes are basically hobbits. And here I will show you a proof of my theory. Look, just look at this. Can you see those doors? Just look at those doors. Look at those doors. If this is not a hobbit hole, please tell me what hobbit hole is. This is exactly like a hobbit hole. A second ago, I promise you, a second ago, there was Frodo Baggins going out of there. Frodo Baggins, for sure, yeah. So basically, as you can see, there are like a lot of hobbits doing all these cute little things. This is what I really love about Malmö. This is Malmö at its best. And also, like I said, they take concrete, they take iron, and just a little bit of, I don't know, wood, and they create the most like fancy things. Like, look over here. They created a skater park in the middle of nowhere, just like this. And then they have this fancy sign. And you would think, what does this sign say? Oh, what does it say? Oh, it actually says like a skateboarder park. A name of the skateboarder park and a skateboarder park. And now, in case you were thinking that this is something else than skateboarder park, looky, 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 look over here. What do we see? We see sculptures of children who are skateboarding. This is good. This is real good. See? Just, you're sort of not thick, just, very elegant, nice sculpture. And of course, they are building. They are building this city. It's literally exploding in all the ways and the directions possible. As you can see, we just saw about 20 meters before, there was a building site, and now there's another building site where they are building several buildings. And now let's see the shape of this great skateboard park. As you can see, it has all kinds of this shallow places, deeper ones where you can do all your flip-flops and things like that. And I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's good. Also, as you can see, the water, so that the water can get out. So they're planning like a sewage, a sewer, or things like that. So it actually works. And look at this thing. It's big. It's really big, and it's magnificent. It comes to light really, really nicely. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So in just a few seconds. Oh, look at this. I don't know if it's visible for you. Yes, I think it is. Can you see that "Oh boy" sign on the top of a building? There's a green sign saying "Oh boy." Yeah. That's just so nice. I mean, and it's like in just like 100 meters. Look, from over there, over here, over here, over here, over here, over there. So look, if you draw a line, there would be like 100 meters from one building site to another. And yet, despite the fact they have this building site, they still manage to retain a very nice sort of human feeling about it. They've entered this skateboard ramp. They placed those great, nice, trees everywhere, green in plants, not the ones that are entirely young. Instead, they brought, I don't know, what are those trees? 3 to 5 years old, perhaps. And immediately you get this sense that there is life, that the things are going on here. Also, by creating all these balconies, they're kind of bringing the life out here. And look, just those very, very simple things. And they are truly managing to draw out the people out here. Because it's full, it's full of people. And of course, well, let's put it this way. This is this is not entirely normal for Scandinavia because the weather is magnificent. It is about 19 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees, that would be 72 perhaps, somewhere there. So the weather is perfect. It's wind still. This happens never. This doesn't happen at all. You simply don't get weather like this. This is truly, truly unique. To have a wind still moment in Malmö, it's incredible, and I'm so happy I can share it with you. Also, what date is it today? Like 21st? Is it 21st today? Well, somewhere there anyway. And yeah, 21st of September It is about 20 degrees, and this is Sweden. So basically, we're quite a good bit in autumn, inside autumn, and yet we are feeling all this wonderful, wonderful weather. As you can see, people are running outside in short shorts, and also there is lots and lots of green still out there. Can you see? There is more ivy for you. So just by those simple measures, like this concrete, and over there, there's a mixture of this redwood with concrete. And I don't know, can you think of anything more sort of modern and Scandinavian? I mean, I know we all have this picture of the old rooms, which would have a lot of wooden panels and things like that. And that was back in the 80s. Oh my God, whoa, okay, this is pretty cool. Check this out. Check this building out. It has all kinds of shapes. Look at this triangle. Look at those circular windows, which are uneven. And then you have this piece, which has first a very sharp edge, and then it goes smooth. Can you see how smooth it is? That is so awesome. Oh, that is so nice. I'm just loving it. Okay, look up there. Look up there. There is also quite a lot of different trees and plants, and there is a garden on the roof, right? So again, they take a concrete structure and they make something unexpected of it. And I love that thing. I really do. Also, it's clear that this sort of summery green feeling, it's not just outside of the houses, it's spreading inside. I don't know how much you can see, but I can see that the people, they sort of caught on the vibe, and you can see that inside there are plenty of palms. I don't know whether you can see it because it's blinking a bit, but anyway, inside those windows, I don't think I would ever say this. Like, I don't think I would ever say it in my entire life, but it's almost like it's too much sun in Sweden. Look, look, it's palms. Can you see that it's palms over there in there? Well, anyway, there are people who are catching on this vibe, and they're putting palms, and then there are some small little thingies. Look at that. Look at that. They're just putting this out just for everyone. And nobody's stealing it. Nobody's destroying it. Nobody's doing anything with it. This is so cute. This is so Scandinavian and so cute. But also, one has to say that, of course, this is not just good. This is the best part of the city. This is like by far the best part of city, and probably one of the best parts of Scandinavia. So while you're seeing it, you have to keep it in mind that, of course, absolute vast majority of people in Scandinavia don't live like this. They don't live in anything like this. Anyway, now there we go. There's this building I was telling you about. The one where you have, first you have concrete, and then you have this sort of wooden panels inside it. So it's a mixture of concrete and wood panels, which I find very interesting. I would say it's innovative, it is exciting, and I really do like it. And of course, to fulfill this scenery, there is actually a little sad Swedish flag hanging out. I don't know why it's so sad, but it looks really worn. But anyway, let's have a look. Whoop. There it is. Is it visible for you? I hope it is. Somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah, on the second floor, a Swedish flag, which has seen its better days. But anyway, yeah. You're seeing this wonderful, this is creation, you know, you get a feeling, you know, you see this building and you get a feeling for it. A modern building mixed with wood and very nicely polished concrete. And then take a look at those doors. those doors which are almost like some sort of living organism. I'll go closer with you towards those doors, and it's so amazing. It's almost like some sort of cells. It looks so naturally structured. It's sort of like a biological. You wouldn't think that it's metal, or if you would think that there is metal which is sort of coming to life, and that would be quite interesting feature. I haven't seen anything quite like this in many places. Well, I've seen a few, but I would say that this is quite rare. So let's take a look at this. Yes, there it is. See this metal, and this metal door sort of coming alive as if it was some sort of spider web, or perhaps some sort of cells. You see what I mean? This is wonderful. This is unique, perfect. I love it. Now let's have another view of the turning torso. Whoop. There it is, right there. It's a little bit hard for me to orientate myself, of course, because I don't have right now this function where I can switch back and forward. So if anybody who is on StreamYard right now can tell me, how can I turn, where's the button that I can use so that camera would be turning back and forth? Do you know it? Because for me, otherwise, it's really hard sort of to know what you're seeing. And I don't want to be so much of the view, because what I want to do is to share this view with you. I want you to see the view and not me so much. Oh, anyway, now I think you're seeing it, huh? There it is. There it is. Again, a very, I would say, innovative use of metal. They are like exactly the opposite. Like, so if a previous one, it was concrete out on the outside and wooden panels on the inside. Here you have bricks, nice yellow bricks, and metal panels on the outside. And then it is only the barriers on the balcony that are made out of glass. And I do think it's a fascinating solution, because they took three elements and sort of used them in a new way, because those panels, those metal panels, they aren't solid. They're actually made with square holes in them. And that is pretty awesome. So like two buildings standing next to each other. One, you have concrete building, wooden panels on the inside, and then just a little bit of metal on the balcony. Here you have brick building, you have big balconies made out of metal, and glass on the outside. So like two things next to each other and demonstrating a very, very different view. I can't help it. I love it. I really, really do love it. I enjoy it so much. Oh, now we will be heading to another place. It is a cafe. Now it's actually more of a bar, but I do think we should pay a little bit of attention to its name. Do you know what it's called? No, I don't think you do. But it might come as a bit of a surprise to you, because you don't think there would be a name like this in such a nice, wonderful neighborhood, which sort of looks full of hobbits. But no. This restaurant is called Monster. Look, Monster. Yeah, who would have thought? Yeah, I know. But yes, that's what they call it, Monster. It's actually a quite nice restaurant, because it has a very good view towards the children's playground. So in theory, if you have very sharp eyes or very quick feet, You could sit down in this restaurant in Monster, and then you could play with your kids over there. So your kids are playing somewhere over there, and you're sitting and having your beer or glass of wine over here. It's a bit, but it's not too far. It's entirely possible to be sort of, um, you know, taking care of your kids with this type of distance. And now, another place which I think is pretty much great. I know it's generic, I know it's not original or anything, but it's so nice. You know, not everything has to be like sort of geniusly original, perfect. Some things are just nice because they're sort of around. And this is what I would say about this Wayne's Coffee. For some reason, it always has people to it, it always attracts people there. Look, there are always people sitting in there. And now a simple lunchtime, and there are dozens and dozens of people in there. There are plenty of people in there because it's placed perfectly. You know, even despite being so close to the traffic and sort of being a bit closed off because of all the new buildings that are getting created, despite of all that, you still can have this feeling that people are really flocking to that restaurant. And of course, right, right after that quarter, which was just built just recently, there is another building site and another one. I do think this is great. They are taking the building sites, and despite so many building sites, they still manage to have a living world sort of in between them. Very often, you would find that building sites are turned into some sort of confined spaces, into some sorts of fortresses, and they are they go on, they're protected, they go on for weeks and months, and they turn the landscape into something entirely uninviting. But I think in some way they have found a good solution over here. As you can see, it's all see-through. See, they're not using all of this huge board or metal that sort of blocks off entire parts of the landscape from everyone. And also, um, very often they do it sort of reasonably. They do the landscaping or the building somehow within the reasonable time frame. So like I said before, they take very, very long time when they measure everything. They take like forever, for a month on end. They plan everything, they debate, they measure. Then there's always somebody who has some sort of official complaint or something like that. But once they start, so of course before, when they haven't started, then of course it's just a normal flat ground, a landscape like it used to be, or the old building is standing there. But once they start, it goes relatively quickly, and most of the times it goes extremely quickly. So the process between that, you have flat ground, and then you have, a few weeks, and then you have a few weeks, less than a month, when they're making all kinds of communications like water and things like that. And then just a couple of weeks, and you can easily have those buildings that are 2 or 3 story high, just boom, 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 coming out of the ground. And I find it so amazing because it's truly, truly rapid. So yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know if you're from New York, you've probably seen it, and probably for you it's not cool at all. But I think this is exciting. Let's see if we can localize this guy. Let's see, can you see him? Oh, there he is, right? There he is. There he is. There is a guy climbing on there. I think he's a cleaner. He is a skyscraper cleaner. He's right there. It is not a Spider-Man. I repeat, not a Spider-Man, but he sort of looks like it. You see, all the way up there, it's not, it's, I don't know, which floor. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. I think it's 17th floor, but I'm not sure about it. But anyway, so this is the guy doing something on 17th floor. And if you ask me, this looks entirely crazy. Can you see that guy? Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see that guy who's not a Spider-Man? Can you see him climbing right in there? Yeah, and I'm telling you once again, people, not a Spider-Man. I repeat, not a Spider-Man. Yeah, but this is so nuts. I mean, I could imagine there are like mountains where you have a lot less steep when you're climbing. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is cool too. They have erected some sort of, wooden structure to mark the entrance. I mean, how often do you see that, right? Like a wooden gate, but without a gate, just sort of marking to mark the entrance, and then you have a school in there or some sort of building like that, public building. I don't know. I think it's a school. Now we are keeping on walking, and oh my God, they're building again. This is so amazing. You will see those guys that are right now on the building. Like the whole place is literally completely exploding from the ground. The things are getting built absolutely everywhere. I mean, we have been walking for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I think this is about 10 buildings that we have already seen. As you can see, where I'm pointing, this is all in green and blue, and that is a building that they are getting ready behind me. And just recently, I don't know, like a few weeks ago, it was just a parking space. This used to be a very, very common space for parking, and it was working pretty well. And just out of nowhere, boom, and they changed everything, and now it's a building. I really don't know how they do that. I find it so amazing. Just in no time at all, they managed to erect a building. Now let's see. This part, this is about the water. How water is sort of playing together with the landscape and some other architectural landmarks. This thing, I'm not quite sure what that thing is. Let's see, right there. I'm not sure what it is, but we can see that it has kind of a rounded, well-shaped frame. Let's look at it together. Yes, there it is. Yes. As you can see, it's very nicely, very roundedly shaped, and it sort of has a crack in the middle. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to mean, but I guess everyone can have their own take on this modern architecture, and I suppose this is a part of beauty with it. Okay, now I don't know. I really don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'll try. Okay, so. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I can't even see top of my own finger. No, no. How is this working out? I'm not sure. Whoa, can you see how tall this thing is? I don't know, it's like 60, 70 floors, 60 something, I think. Yeah, anyway. Whoa, right there, right there, right there. Yeah, I got it. Yep, now you see all of it. Woohoo! Can you see? And it's turning. It's a turning torso. So if you would imagine that there would be a human body and it's turning, this is why they would call it a turning torso. And now it's an eye. You will see an eye right behind me. And the thing is that it's actually a sort of modern sculpture made out of concrete. And at first glance, it appears to be just a wall full of concrete with a hole in it. But no, it's not. If you come closer to it, it will be visible to you that there is an eye right in the middle of it. But it's not just an eye. It's actually a screen and whoa! In the middle of a screen, there's an eyeball, and that eyeball is blinking. It's blinking from time to time. I think it's things like that which are entirely awesome. Oh, and what else? Yeah, they are building some more. I mean, this is fascinating. They are really, really, really into building in here. And now, look at this. Have a little looky, 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 looky. You know what this is? Do you people know what this is? Hmm? This is a theater. It is sort of an amphitheater, an outdoor theater, which they created in here. And as you can see, the steps are for the really, really small people, for kids, or maybe for somebody a little bit older. Yeah, so you can come over here and you can perform. I think this is a great idea. Like I was telling you before, this is Scandinavia at its absolute best. And I want to remind you that we are walking. This is just within walking distance from everything. The things keep happening and happening and happening and happening. You're walking around in a landscape and it keeps giving and giving and giving. Now look over here. Here you can see that it is this sort of board which is used for this space, and it has this sort of randomly shaped windows where kids could play, and I think this is awesome. So some are small, some are big, some are higher, some are lower, some are shaped like a door, and then there is this yet again awesome use of a red, green, and some of it almost black ivy. And look at it, man! Oh my god, this is so awesome! Whoa, ivy completely engulfing bunch of trees. So it's almost like trees are bathing in those ivies. Oh my god, this is so beautiful, people! I love it! I love it! I love it! I love it! Wow. This is nice. This is really nice. I wish so much I had anything like this when I was little. I would definitely live here. I would demand, if I was like small child, I would demand to have like an asylum in here. I would build my own hut in here or something like this. Yeah, this stuff is simply awesome. Okay. Now let's view some more of it. And of course, as I was showing to you before, they have incorporated quite a lot of water in this structure. So let's see. Let's see the water. Whoop! There you go. A little bridge, and a little bridge, and then some water. This is so simple. And yet it is so good. It is so, so effective. I mean, wow, you know? I hope you can feel some of it, you know? And then you have a building which is sort of shooting out over the channel. I don't know how much of a perspective you have, because this is sort of a trick that they kind of play on your mind. See? This is the channel, right? You can see the channel. The channel is visible, right? And at the edge of the channel, boom, this part of the building is shooting out across this little body of water. You would not expect this to happen. This is something that entirely gives you a feeling of surprise. This is something that is unexpected. This is something that is happening in a landscape, and it really makes this landscape to come alive. You can feel that it's living. And now look at that space right up there. Big windows, small windows, pipes, rectangular shapes, triangle, pyramidal shapes, a little conic, everything you can imagine. And then there are some colored lamps right on top there. This is awesome. Like, you took all kinds of shapes and kind of put them together. And this building continues to be like this. This is like from some sort of fairy tale or something. I think this is remarkable and truly amazing. Like, you can say whatever you want, but there is so much creativity behind it, and it's almost impossible to deny that somebody probably, I don't know, like, took a smoke and went to town with it. I don't know. But this is beautiful. This is truly beautiful. See? See? They are shaped like some sort of small cakes or rolls or something like that. And this one, I presume it might have actually an automatic function. It could be part of some sort of ventilation. Can you see that there are little holes in this? There are little holes, and yet I bet you can sit on it. And this also, of course, it's made out of concrete, but it's sort of shaped like a little bit like a snail house or something. And then you can see that we are so amazingly close to water. I bet that when the times are slightly warmer, when it's probably, I don't know, why not? I'll stick my hand into it, why not? Let's do an experiment, and I'll tell you how it does feel in here if you touch the water. It's lovely. Oh, I wish I had with me some sort of board or something. It would be awesome to have like a wakeboard or a surfboard in here. Yeah. And look, there is all kinds of shapes to it. Can you see that the edge has this lovely shape to it? It would be so simple to forget about it and just, put a square in there, but no. And now a tiny little piece of asphalt, and they have plants all over there. Can you see that? Everywhere. That is lovely, my friends. That is lovely. And this is sort of a pier. Like a pier which you have going warm, but that pier is not what it appears to be at a first glance, because this pier is clearly shaped like an animal. You can see it sort of has these legs which are sticking out, or you could imagine that you are on a huge surfboard. Can you feel it? I'm feeling it right now. Are you feeling it with me? Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're doing it. All right, people, lots of love to you. I hope you enjoyed my lunch stream, and be back for the evening stream. Lots of love to all of you. Bye.